Welcome back to Turkey Trippin 2022. We're still in Florida. It's 2 days after the last video ended, and there just hasn't been much going on. It's about 10:30 on Friday morning, and I'm heading out of South Florida for the last time this year. Have yet to hear a gobble. The young man I met from Mississippi, we've been hunting together or separately, but cooperatively for the last few days, and neither of us has heard a gobble in this area. He heard one on a different piece of public the first day he was out, but down here in this area we haven't heard a thing, which is odd because we've each found fresh footprints, but we just can't ever seem to get any birds on the limb to gobble, and we certainly haven't been able to get any birds on the ground to gobble. I am now going to head up for the north part of the season that opens on Sunday. So I'm going to meet Buck tonight up where we hunted last year. And en route, I have some laundry to do because my laundry is absolutely disgusting. I just smell from basically being sweaty and wet for the whole week. I had one shower out of my homemade shower thingy on, I think that was Tuesday. So last Friday I got one, Tuesday, and now it'll be this Friday. So I got to do laundry, and my clothes need to be washed twice because one wash is not going to cut it. Not going to cut it at all. And we'll get resupplied with groceries and whatnot. And I believe Saturday we're going to go scout the area. So that's the deal. We'll be hunting again on Sunday morning, opening day of the north part of the season. And it's been a grind down here. I'm wore out. I've got just over 50 miles in these 7 days. So I got here about noon last Friday, and I'm leaving just before noon this Friday. So a full 7 days, just over 50 miles of walking. That's not including the bike rides I've done. And just haven't turned up anything. I've seen 2 hens and heard 0 gobbles. So not good, especially as far back as we are. I mean, where we've been hunting back there, it's like 4.5 miles in, pushing 5 miles in. It takes 2 hours to walk back there, and that's on this trail that's not bad. It's been tough. Hope the luck improves, that's for sure. I sure would like to hear a gobble. The crows can't conjure them up, the owls, us. So Florida in general has been just plain tough. Whether that was South Florida 2020, North Florida 2021, and now this year. Hoping North Florida changes things so we can start getting on the right track here in turkey season, because this hasn't been exactly what I would call fun. It's been an experience, hasn't been exactly fun. The weather down here just tears me up. 85, 90 degrees, super high humidity, so much dew in the morning that the palms are dripping. You immediately sweat marbles first half mile into your morning walk, and you just don't dry out after that. So you got to carry a pile of water if you plan on staying out any length of time, and so that just adds weight to add to your sweat and add to your efforts and add to your sore feet. I reckon that's enough of me crying. We're gonna get in the car and start making some progress. Got plenty of tasks to do today. I also need to wash the car. By wash the car, I really mean my bike. Get all this sand and junk off of the chains and sprockets and brakes and everything, because I'm afraid that poor thing is just gummed up with sand and grit, and I'm probably gonna end up breaking that thing because of it. So we shall see you in North Florida. So Buck got in last night while I was sleeping, and we got up at the designated time. He's got a diesel now, and I saw him look. He was wearing his ghillie top, his leafy top, and putting his gun in the boat. And I'm like, "You're taking all your stuff?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I thought we were just scouting." And he's like, "Today's the opener." I'm like, "I thought it was Sunday." Last year, opener was on the 20th. Last year, the 20th was a Saturday. Holy crap, did that just change everything in my mind this morning. In my head, I've had it as Sunday as the opener for the last 2 months. Holy crap. So we're actually fixing to go out hunting. Got a mean motor over there. That's a new one. Buck and I, we split up by a good piece to try to hedge our bets on hearing a gobble that morning. I didn't hear anything, but as I started to poke around, I saw a turkey coming toward me. Unfortunately, there were no toms following those two hens, so I start walking around, poking around, and it is a hot Florida morning. So I retreat back to my fallback spot in the cypress. So it's about noon, and when the sun comes out, I'm about to have a heat stroke. I finally got through walking way too much of this weed crap. Probably 300 or 400 yards at this point to get to here. But I want to get into this cypress. Buck's over here about a half mile. Where he's at, it's dry. That vicinity is where we did a lot of our stuff last year. This side of the swamp was wet and it looks wet again. But I just don't want to be in that weedy crap. And I want to be in this shade. Something fierce. I am freaking cooking. As loud as those things are, you'd think I would have seen one by now. There it is. There it is. go over about everything. They're going through what I just walked through like it's absolutely nothing.
Once I get back in there, I set up a pretty nice little spot, and just probably about a half hour before sunset, I catch movement behind me.
Well, we've only got about a minute or two of legal left, so that's about a wrap for North Florida, day 1. I had really bad intentions on that Jake. I'm not gonna lie. I know I would have had buyer's remorse as soon as I pulled that trigger, so I'm glad he didn't give me a perfect opportunity. But that was the first legal bird I've seen, and this is what, day 9, I think? Yeah, day 9 of hunting. So that would have been real tempting. I'm glad he didn't come a little closer. Not sure what the other 2 were. They kind of looked like Jake's, but their heads weren't as pink as his, and I didn't notice beards on them. So we're going to sit here a few minutes after legal and then start to pack up, meet Buck back at the boat, and then get all our junk ready again to do it tomorrow. I got one over here, gobbling. Couple 100 yards. All right. He's hammering it now. That is my official first gobbles of the season. Now I just gotta figure out how to get out of here. Not the easiest proposition.
And I get to the spot, you know, where there was the scratching last year?
Mm-hmm.
There was a tree. I woke up to the tree. Behind the tree, like less than 10 yards away, was a hen standing right there looking at me. She flew off. Dude, I've seen so many birds today. It's not even funny. We're gonna figure this out, man.
So we got a great start point for the morning. Buck heard that bird as well, and it was between us. So we got a really good idea of where that bird was roosted at. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give us that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.